Shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha, Kwadash. Yahweh is the Heavenly Father's name. Yahweh Shai is the only begotten Son's name. So the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son's names are Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. I want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, of whom I learned this 100% truth from. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect and the speckled birds scattered through the four winds of the earth. Amos 3:1. Hear this word that the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Awashai, has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? And the answer is no. We see it now. Starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. You know, all these other camps, they don't agree with our apostles and elders. So, can two walk together except they be agreed? No. Sirach 27, verse 9. The birds will resort unto their like. So will truth return unto them that practice in her. So, just as birds stick to their own kind, so is the truth going to stick with those that practice in her. The only ones that practice in the truth is starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and like-minded brothers, the sincere. Everybody else, they're not practicing in the truth. They just want to be seen. Sirach 13, verse 15. Every beast love his like. Once again, all animals, tend to stick with their own kind. And every man loveth his neighbor. And who is your neighbor? Your neighbor is not the other nations, not the man next door. The neighbor is of your own nation, of Israel. Those is who you're supposed to love. So every man loveth his neighbor. So if you love your neighbor, that means you love Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because you're supposed to love Yahweh Hashem Yahushua first and love thy brother as you love yourself. So these are attributes that you should see to know if two can walk together. Because if you notice, none of those camps can walk with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, because they too busy trying to climb up some other way. Verse 16, Sirach 13, verse 16. All flesh consorted according to kind. Once again, everything is designed to be with its own kind. Yeah, you have exceptions that, you might see, a lamb and a wolf, something rare, but you might see that. But for the most part, wolves going to stick with wolves and they going to eat lambs. That's just how it goes. You stick with your own kind. Sirach 13, verse 16 again. All flesh consorteth according to kind. So if you a deer, you sticking with deers. You're not going to be no damn deer sticking with something else. You hanging with cows. Fucking lions and shit. No. And a man will cleave to his like. People, like the old saying, birds of a feather flock together. So, once again, these are attributes to know If you can, if these people, if you can walk with a person or not, I should say. Because everybody is going to cleave to their own kind. Like how we're cleaving to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone with the 100% truth. Well, you have other people out there cleaving to the watered down groups because it's making them feel good. See what I'm saying? We don't mix. We like oil and water. We don't mix with them. They don't mix with us. What, Salakia, Sirach 13, verse 17. What fellowship has the wolf with the lamb? Exactly. You don't see wolves and lambs growing up together. Unless something happened, they were born, both raised up together in a fixed situation, but you don't see that. Continuing on. So the sinner with the godly? So let's read that again. What fellowship has the wolf with the lamb? So the sinner with the godly. See, there's no, ain't no fellowship there, man. Sinner and a godly person. We sinned enough already. We supposed to be, well, we working on the godly part. So we supposed to separate ourselves from the sinner and work on the godly. Sirach 13, verse 18. What agreement is there between the hyena and a dog? None. Two different animals. The hyena would tear his ass up. And what peace between the rich and the poor? There's no peace. Rich people always look down on poor people. You know? And that's how it is now. The elite's looking down on everybody else like, And then, matter of fact, you got 2/3 of our people. We talking about our people right now. 2/3 of our people that has money or rich or so-called, and they look down on who? The lesser. That's just how it goes. Sirach 13, verse 19. As the wild ass in a lion in the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor. Do we not see that? Look at the purple people eaters. They so-called rich, and they're eating up the poor, feeding them bullshit, lying, not breaking shit down right. Started going up some other way, back-mouthing the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which is everybody's spiritual fathers of Israel. They eat us up, man. The rich eat up the poor. But we ain't worrying about it. Verse 20. Sirach 13, verse 20. As the proud heart, as the proud hate humility. So you know, you people if you puffed up with pride, they hate to be humiliated. As the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor. We see this, man. We see how Israel is out there right now. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We see that we have people amongst Israel that have money. And we see the ones that are proud and hate humility. We look all them proud ass so-called Israelites that's in the industry that woke up and said, hey, I'm an Israelite. And as soon as boss man pulled their chain, they got humiliated and they ran right back. Sirach 13:20. As the poor hateth humility, so do the rich hate the poor. And yes, they all hating, starting with the apostle, elder, Great Millstone on down. They hating what we doing because we call them out on what they do. We open up the Bible, telling you what it is. The truth hurts, but the truth will set you free. So, starting with the apostle, elder, Great Millstone, and like-minded brothers, yes, the rich do abhor us. But we ain't worrying about it. Because we got Yahweh Shimei on our side. Sirach 13 verse 21. A rich man begin to fall is held up of his friends. And we see the rich people always got each other back. We see this. We see it. But a poor man being down is thrust away by his friends. See, that's us. We don't walk with our old friends no more. So we pretty much are being thrust away. These niggas here, they being upheld by their friends because they being rich. They want their consolation now. That's why they doing all the things they doing. When you got to order at fringes, you got to buy breakdown packets, all this kind of shit. Salakia. But if they begin to fall, yes, people are there for them, because to the eye, they have it going on, but to the spirit, the people with spirit will know they don't. But as we said, when a rich man fall, he is held up with his friends. But a poor man begin down. But a poor man being down is thrust away by his friends. And what the word say? The word said that anyway. You know? Because you can't walk together unless you be in agreement, man. And we see there's a lot of folly and not agreements out here. But, it's a lot, yeah. That's by your friends. I'm going to go to Luke 21 and start at verse 16. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolk and friend. And some of you shall they cause to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. So you're going to be hated by all men for standing up for Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. And by you doing that, that right there is putting a separation between you and other people. Because you believing in Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, and there's going to be a lot of people that hate you for believing in Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. So can two walk together except they be in agreement? No, you cannot. So Rock 13, I'm going to go jump up to verse 16 again. All flesh consorteth according to kind. A man will cleave to his like. What fellowship has the wolf with the lamb? We see all these other camps out there. They are wolves. They might got a few lambs in their congregation, but those camps are wolves. Starting with Apostle Elder Great Millstone, those are the lambs. And we're following the lamb because they're following the lamb, which is Yahushua. So, can two walk together except they be agreed? No. Because when you step into the truth, everybody separates from you anyway. So, I hope this was edifying to the elect. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, of whom I learned this 100% truth from. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and the speckled birds scattered through the four winds of the earth. Till next time, I say shalom, and remember, can two walk together except they be in agreement? The answer is no. Shalom.